Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is a recent purchases update video. I haven't done one of these in the longest time, so I thought I was probably about due. This is basically going to be an update on a lot of recent purchases that I've been getting a lot of use out of. This is going to be split up into two categories. So the first part is going to be all items that I've really been enjoying and loving, and the second part are items which maybe haven't worked out quite so well. So I hope you guys enjoy this and let's get going. I did also want to mention a big sale that is happening right now. It's with Mytheresa and they are doing a blanket discount code. So in the UK you can get £100 off a £600 spend, or it's £200 off a £1,200 spend. And in the US it's $100 off a $700 spend or $200 off a $1,300 spend, I believe. It's also available in other countries as well. I will leave the details down below. You do need a code, but you can get a discount off so many good items, including my Saint Laurent Sunset Velvet bag, which I absolutely love. It is so gorgeous. So you can get £200 or dollars off this one right now. You can also get it off my Woolrich jacket, which I featured in my previous video, which I just love to bits. It's genuinely the comfiest, coziest jacket. You can also get it off Jean Vito Rossi heels. Just so many good things are included. So if you're interested in checking that out, it is only live for 3 days, so you do have to move quite quickly, but definitely a good one if you do have something on your wish list. I will leave all details down below. So first up is my Prada camera bag. I took this away on a trip recently to Romania. I did buy it specifically as a travel bag and it did so well. I absolutely loved everything about it. It really ticked every box for me. It's pretty simple in terms of design, and this is really what I wanted. I wanted something very small and compact that I could just take with me on trips and not worry about, and this did so well. It does usually have a strap, but I just took it off for ease of showing you guys. It's very plain, so no pocket or anything on the back. It just opens up with a zip, which means it is very secure. I got this in the pink with the gold hardware. I love the combo. I thought it was so cute. And then on the inside, you just have a wide open space. You have a pocket right here. And you have card slots on this side as well, and that does mean that I was able to forego a wallet, which was great because it did save a lot of space. It isn't a huge bag, so with a wallet I probably would have struggled, but because of the card slots in the pocket I was just able to use those spaces for my cash and cards. So I was able to fit in my phone, camera, sunglasses and lipstick and cash and all that kind of stuff. So it was the perfect size. I used it the entire time I was there and it was just so carefree. It is the Saffiano leather, and I'm always kind of 50-50 on the Saffiano leather because I don't always love the look of it, but at the same time I can appreciate that it's very durable, and for this it's just absolutely perfect. Anytime I spilt anything, it was just wipe clean. I didn't have to worry about babying it and it just looks absolutely great. So I'm so happy with this. It was a fantastic buy and I just can't get enough. I did also want to mention that if you were interested in this one, then you can currently get it for 10% off at Louise Via Roma, 10 to 15% off because they are having a discount code at the moment. So if you are interested in this one, then I will leave that discount code down below. Next up are my Hermes Orange sandals. I know we're approaching the colder months now, but I do have two sandals to talk about in this video. I do figure they're kind of classic, so hopefully it will still be of interest to people, but I've gotten so many questions about these sandals, so I wanted to talk about them today. And I've got to say, I absolutely love these. They've been so good. I've gotten questions about two aspects in particular. So the first has been comfort and the second has been sizing. So I will address both. In terms of comfort, they've been absolutely amazing. I heard mixed things. Some people said they were very comfortable. Other people said they required a lot of breaking in. For me, they've been comfortable right from the get-go. The leather is very soft, so it does kind of mold to your feet, but it's still not overly soft that I feel like it's going to lose its structure. So it's a nice in between, and the first time I wore these, I wore them all day long and I was able to without any blisters or pain at all. They were just very comfortable from the get-go. So very pleased about the comfort so far. In terms of the sizing, I do find that these run true to size. So I got these in the size 38. I'm typically between a size 37.5 and a 38. And I feel like I could have probably gone down to the 37.5. Either one works fine. I just have a little bit more room with these, but either one would work. I had originally got the 38.5 and they were far too big, so I definitely wouldn't say size up or anything. For me, these are very much true to size. And yeah, I've just been really enjoying them. So these are in the Rouge Blush, I believe, which I was told is a new season colour, so they should still be available. I love the colour, it's the prettiest shade of pink. And honestly, I've never really been much of a slides girl, but these have really changed my mind. They're just so easy to slip on and go. I've been wearing them with all kinds of outfits. I've especially been wearing them with outfits which are kind of easy to dress up or down, but when I'm dressing down, I don't want to go for a flip-flop or anything like that. So these are a really nice in-between of something that is still very much a comfortable sandal, but still looks a bit more pulled together. So I've been loving them. I do think that they're worth the price. I definitely want to get a white pair at some point in the future because I have been loving these so much, but yeah, so far so good. If you have been on the fence like I was, I would recommend. Next up is my Gucci Dynasys. I am planning on doing a whole video on this bag, but I wanted to talk about it here today because I have been getting so much interest in it. Kind of surprised me because I figured it has been out for a long time, but I guess a lot of people are still looking at it. I've got to say I've really been enjoying it. I'm using it so much more than I thought I would as well. It's proven to be very versatile, and I actually thought this would be much more of an autumn-winter bag, and obviously we are heading into those months now, but it has been much more on the warmer side. But I found it to be very versatile even with summer outfits. It just seems to be a go with anything bag, even with the little bits of black suede, which, you know, suede for me is always more of an autumn fabric, but it has seemed to go with so many different outfits. It opens pretty simply just at the side, which is a bit more unusual, but once you get used to it, obviously it's not an issue. And then it just opens up like so, and you have a space here and a space here, and it just zips open in the middle. And what I love about it is the attention to detail. I feel like it's a very thoughtfully designed bag. Even on the inside of the pocket, you have the Gucci monogram. So it's just little details like that that I really love about it. It is a beautiful bag. It's definitely more on the heavy side, and I do get a lot of questions about that specifically. For me, yes, it is heavy, but it's definitely manageable. But that said, I also don't find the weight of the Chanel Jumbo an issue, and lots of people say that they find that too heavy. So maybe I'm a little bit biased. I am used to carrying, you know, big shoulder bags and totes on my shoulders, so I am used to heavier bags, but for me, this is not an issue. I don't find it to be too heavy, and so far I've just been really liking it. So far so good. I will give a bit more of an update in my next video when I do that, but I've really been liking it so far. Next up are my Valentino Rockstud sandals. I'm a huge fan of the Rockstud line in general, so I had fairly high expectations of these anyway, but these have really exceeded them. I've been loving them so much, and that's mainly because of how comfortable they are. The kitten heels from the line are very comfortable anyway. I've spoken about those before, but these are even more comfortable than the kitten heels. They are so good. I can honestly walk around in them all day long, shopping, I wouldn't say hiking, but kind of going on long walks. Absolutely no issue. They are so unbelievably comfortable, very soft leather, very secure because they do have the extra strap, but still very, very cute. So I'm a huge fan of these. The heel isn't massive, but you do still get a decent amount of height. It is a block heel as well, which is perhaps why they're so comfortable, but I love pretty much everything about these. I got them in the Poudre colors, so they are very neutral, so they go with pretty much anything. And honestly, I just can't say enough good things. So good for teaming with pretty much any summer outfit. I just found them to be very, very versatile and, as I said, extremely comfortable. I was planning on maybe doing a whole video dedicated to the most comfortable high heels, not necessarily 4-inch stilettos, but kind of in the mid-height range. So if that would be something that you're interested in, let me know and I will happily do that. But so far, absolutely loving these. They've been a great buy. Next up is my Louis Vuitton Victorine wallet, and I cannot even tell you how much I love this wallet. This wallet is the item that has made me forget all other wallets exist. It's that good. Ever since I got this, I've been pretty much inseparable. I don't think I've changed out of it once. If I have, it's been for like a day. I haven't gone straight back to it because it's just amazing. So I got mine in the armpit leather in this beautiful deep raspberry color. It's done amazingly well in terms of wear and tear, in the sense that there is absolutely none at all. The armpit leather is always very durable in my experience, and this is no exception. And what I love about it is that even though it's a very small compact wallet, it fits just as much as a large wallet. The layout is very clever, so it just opens up with a button like so, and then it folds out. You have slots on either side of your cards. You also have some extra space on either side as well. You have an area for cash, and then you have a space for your coins right here as well. So it has everything that you need. I can fit in everything that I want. It doesn't get too bulky. Everything is very easily accessible, so if you are paying for something, and I always try and pay as quickly as I can if there is a queue behind me, it's very easy to get whatever you need out. I never struggle with it. And I just can't say enough good things. I absolutely love this wallet. This really has made me forget all other wallets exist, to the point where I'm thinking about selling some of my other ones just because I don't reach for them anymore. As you can see, it fits a ton, but it still fits inside smaller bags. So I have my Prada camera bag here, which is definitely a mini bag, and even though I don't use a wallet with it, I could if I wanted to, and as you can see, it fits in very nicely. So there are very few bags I own that this doesn't fit into. So if you're after a compact wallet which still fits a ton of items, then I would definitely say check this out. I have been loving mine. And finally, my very last pick for my hits category is the Chanel Rose Gold Flap in the small size. I don't typically talk a lot about limited edition items just because I don't think it's very interesting if you can't actually get that item, but I did want to speak about this one because even though you can't get this exact colorway anymore, you can get this size, and really it's the size that has surprised me the most, because I've always been fairly critical of the small and the medium sized flaps from Chanel just because they are very expensive and you can't actually fit very much in them. So I've always recommended people to either size up to the jumbo, which is only a little bit more, or otherwise go down to the rectangle mini, which is substantially cheaper and can actually fit pretty much the same amount. That said, I have really been enjoying this, and I kind of surprised myself. I actually got the size just because I originally was going to get the medium. I don't even think that they did this particular colorway in the jumbo size, and I definitely couldn't get my hands on the mini. They were all sold out, so I had originally gotten the medium, and for me it was just slightly big in this combination, so I went for the small size and I've really been enjoying it. It's definitely very small. You cannot fit a large amount in here. I don't know if you're going to be able to see that. Oh, there's a receipt in there and some concealer. But I mean, as you can see, it's a small bag. You definitely cannot fit much inside. A lot of the bag is taken up with the double flap, and overall there's just a lot of material to contend with, which is why even though it doesn't feel that small, the capacity is definitely on the smaller side. But if you are happy to downsize and just carry the essentials, this can still be a really wonderful bag. I've really been enjoying it just wearing it with the kind of one strap just like so. I don't really tend to wear it doubled up at all, but I find this strap length to be really nice to wear. You can't wear it crossbody, or at least I can't because I'm just a bit too tall, but otherwise I've just been really liking it. So I've been reaching for it a lot, and not just for going out for dinner either. I've been using it on kind of days out when I know I don't need that much, and it's just such a pretty little size. So I don't fully kind of retract my previous statements about value for money, because I still do think that the rectangle mini or the Chanel jumbo represent much better value for money. But if you were completely hooked on this size, then I got to say I have really been enjoying it, and I have softened a bit towards the small and the medium flap sizes. On to my misses now, and first up is my Sophia Webster clutch, and I'm kind of in two minds about this because I think it's absolutely beautiful. It's honestly one of the most stunning bags I have ever owned or even ever seen. But at the same time, oh my goodness, this is one heavy bag. It is extremely hefty, and obviously I knew this when I bought it because it's very easy to tell when something is heavy or not, but I don't think you quite get the weight of a bag until you've actually tried going out with it, especially when you fill it with items. And fortunately this doesn't fit that much, so you know, you don't have to contend with it too much, but I still do put my phone and keys and that sort of thing inside. But wow, this is heavy, and I used it on a day out recently, and it was obviously a quite nice day out, but within half an hour I just got so tired of carrying this bag. So for me, this is very much something which I'm happy to use if I know I can put it down on a table all night long, but if I know I'm going to have to wear this for or use or carry it for any extended amount of time, there is no way I'm reaching for this. There is no chain or strap either, so you're pretty much stuck with just holding it by hand. and it's just a very weighty bag. I do think it probably speaks to the quality, you know, it does seem to be very nice quality, but I personally would rather settle for slightly less good quality in favour of a slightly lighter bag which is a bit more usable. So 10 points in terms of beauty I think, but in terms of actual functionality and usability, this doesn't score very highly, sadly. Next up is my Chanel Rose Gold wallet, and this is kind of the counteracting point to my Rose Gold flap. Again, this isn't really a comment on the combination, I've already said I like it, but I'm commenting more on the kind of size and functionality, because even though this colour combination isn't still available, the wallet is in, I think, black and probably a few other colours. So in general, there is nothing drastically wrong about this wallet, you know, it's perfectly fine, but it is quite an expensive piece, so it's £650 if I recall, which is a lot of money for a wallet, obviously. And it's fine, but it's only that, it's just fine. So it has a very similar layout to the Victorine wallet, it just opens up like so, it folds out. You only have card slots on one side, you have an area for cash, and then you have a space for coins right here in the zip compartment, and then also extra space for receipts, whatever you wanted to put in there. It is quite a bit bigger than the Victorine wallet. So I have that one right here, and as you can see there's extra space right here, and it's also a bit taller, and in general it's just a little bit more bulky, but it actually fits a little bit less than the Victorine wallet. I think it's probably down to the fact that you don't have card slots right here, but for something that's bigger and a bit more bulky, I would obviously want it to fit more, which it just doesn't. So again, it's not terrible, but considering Louis Vuitton completely nailed the design of this one, I've just been feeling a bit meh about the Chanel wallet. As I mentioned, I've pretty much been hooked on this ever since I got it, so I really haven't used this at all. I'm thinking about selling it, and again, if you really wanted a Chanel wallet, it's not a terrible option, but I do think there are better options on the market, notably the Victorine, which is, I think, £200 cheaper. So for me, this is a much better wallet just in terms of design, value for money, pretty much everything. Not a terrible one, but I'm definitely not overwhelmed by how amazing it is. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I will link everything I can below, and I will also mark where you can get a discount, because I mentioned there are a ton of sales happening at the moment. If you have any questions about any of these items, anything I missed out, then leave them for me down below and I will try and get back to you. If you enjoy these updates, then please do give this video a thumbs up, and as always, thank you so much for watching. I will see you in my next one. Bye guys.